Do you know the Honey Badger at all?
I don't know him that much. We don't really talk that like that. But I know him. Yeah.
What do you think of him as a player? What do you see in him on tape?
Great ball hawk, man. He's a smart player. He cheats to the side. He tries to mess with the quarterback. So he's definitely a vet in the secondary of just playing his role.
Did you watch him as a kid at all?
Yeah, I watched him a little bit. When I was growing up, I was probably playing basketball around the time he was being called Honey Badger and stuff like that. But I definitely watched a little bit of his tape coming in.
Still pretty guy who seems to anticipate.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart player. Like, he knows what's coming before it comes. He knows how to cheat to one side. So, like I said, he's a vet in the secondary.
You talk about safety help. I got to figure you're going to be seeing plenty of him, I think.
I don't know what to expect. He's a vet. He knows how to fake it. He knows how to make disguises. So he's a vet. He knows how to do it.
Even though Lattimore's been traveling a lot in the past weeks, do you expect the two deep zone, a lot of the cover two? You just think teams are going to do that regardless now?
I expect him to travel a little bit since he's been doing it a lot. It seems like that they trust him in one-on-ones and in space. So it seems like they're going to let him travel a little bit.
What's been your impression of Lattimore?
Good corner. He's a good corner. He make good plays with the ball in the air. He holds a little bit, but overall good corner.
Does that mean you got to be physical? Is that?
Got to be physical every play, not just because of who he is. I'm physical every play.
More talking with your dad, he said, where you grew up, you certainly had a chance to be distracted by other things around New Orleans, but football was kind of your outlet. Can you kind of describe a little bit of how that really was a go-to for you growing up?
My family made sure to keep me in sports growing up, whether it was football, basketball, baseball. I even tried soccer, but I didn't sign up for it. That's kind of funny. Chill out, somebody. So they always made sure I was always in sports, make sure I wasn't doing nothing too crazy.
Is it a rough area around there, or are there just some?
It's rough areas. It's not just a rough area. It's different areas, different places. You gotta know what places to go to and not go to.
So it was on you and them to kind of make the right decisions to kind of avoid all that if going that way.
Yeah, right. They sent me to the right school for it too, so we're good.
I don't know if you were asked this, but Joe Burrow is saying ever since you've come down here, he's kind of been like your translator as far as like the Louisiana accent goes. How accurate is that?
Yeah, he still has trouble listening to me talk sometimes. I try to not talk in my accent, but for the most part, I don't have too much trouble.
There's nothing wrong with accents, Jamal.
Yeah, you have a strong one too.
Thank you, yeah. It's a different part of the country.
Obviously, a lot of good memories with you and Joe back at the Superdome. The last time you were there, we all remember what happened. I mean, it's a business trip, but how much is it going to feel sentimental when you walk into that stadium on Sunday?
Yeah, it's gonna feel good to be back there, knowing the stuff we did, knowing the expectations we have coming into that game. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna approach the game with mad intensity and just, I'm looking forward to it.
Much like Joe, he can relate to coming back to his home state, not far from his hometown, and having a homecoming being with the Bengals. But for you, what is that homecoming like? How significant is it to you to make it back to the city that built you up?
Yeah. It's unexplainable at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's just emotionless and just unexplainable. I'm just happy to be back in the city and just play in front of all of my family.
When you saw the schedule come out a few months ago, did you mark the Saints game on your calendar? Did that stick out to you?
I just know I played at home. I just knew the first 6 games. I don't know who we play after the Saints, though.
How big are you? How big are you?
Say it again?
How big are you down there?
How big am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't been in, I don't know how long.
People, when you walk,
I'm pretty sure people know who I am.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to hide it, though, so I feel comfortable when I'm back at home.
You can go back in the off-season at all?
I went for a little bit, but I left again. I was always training, trying to make sure I trained.
You trained in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Did you go to Exos this year at all or no?
No.
Parents ever take you to a Saints game growing up?
Yeah.
Which your mom's a big fan.
Yeah, she is a very big fan, and my dad, and my auntie. My whole family, as a matter of fact, so until I got to the Bengals.
Who were their favorites? Who were their favorites?
Saints players?
Yeah.
My auntie like Marcus Colston. My mom like AK. Andrew Brees, pops like Drew Brees, Marcus Colston. So that's the guys we've been around, the legacy that they built down there.